What if the law could listen? What if a judge could turn fear into hope, right in the middle of a courtroom? Today we remember real moments from Judge Frank Caprio's bench, times when compassion met justice, and lives took a breath of relief. This is not fiction. These are true stories, real people, real tears, real second chances. The judge didn't just hear cases, he heard people. 96 and still dad. Victor is 96 years old. He's in court for speeding in a school zone, but he doesn't speed for fun. He only drives when he must. Victor, soft. I drive slowly. I was taking my son for blood work. Every 2 weeks. He has cancer. Judge Caprio, warm. You are a good man. In your 90s and still caring for your family, you are what America is all about. The room goes quiet. The law could punish. Instead, it understands. Judge Caprio, your case is dismissed. I wish the best for you and your son. A ticket vanished, but something bigger stayed. Dignity. Andrea's year of storms. Andrea has multiple tickets. The totals add up, but so does her pain. A son lost, benefits tangled, an eviction, a meter that didn't work. Life seemed to hand her fines when she could barely stand. Andrea, voice trembling. I don't have $400. I'm still paying for my son's funeral. Judge Caprio, careful, calm. I'm going to balance the equities. I must protect the city's interest and consider what you've been through. He gently lowers the cost, but then sees her last $55 would become $5. He pauses. Judge Caprio, I won't leave you with $5. I'm going to dismiss everything. Sometimes the fairest verdict is a door opening when every other doorway felt closed. The 8-year-old translator. A Syrian mom arrives, new to America, new to English, charged with speeding in a school zone. Her 8-year-old daughter translates. Judge Caprio, smiling. You'll help your mom, okay? Tell her what I say, then tell me what she says. The little doctor-to-be stands tall. She's honest, maybe a bit strict. At first, she says $50. The judge asks her to reconsider. She thinks again, and softly says, Daughter, nothing. Judge Caprio, then bang the gavel. Case dismissed. Her first verdict wasn't just about a ticket, it was about belonging. Welcome to America, the judge adds. And he means it. Guilty, Dad. A dad, new to U.S. roads, says he missed a speed sign. His wife confirms he was a little fast. The judge calls up their young son. Judge Caprio, playful. Is your father guilty or not guilty? Boy, brave whisper. Guilty. The courtroom laughs. The judge smiles with him, not at him. Judge Caprio. I'll credit your good driving history. Case dismissed. Be careful. Sometimes honesty is the best legal advice in the room. The Philomena Fund. Christian is homeless. His car is his bed. Booted, at risk of tow. He can't pay the fee. He can't even get his clothes without the car. Judge Caprio, gentle. I believe you. Life is rough right now. The boot fee is $100. We'll pay it from the Philomena Fund, named after my mother, to help people in need. Christian, breaking. Thank you. A boot came off. So did the weight on one man's shoulders. 92 cents and 5 miles. Daniel walked 5 miles to court. He has 92 cents in his account. The fines and boot fees? Way more than that. The judge reads a letter from a stranger who donated $25 to the Philomena Fund. He hands Daniel that money and uses more donations to clear the rest. Judge Caprio. You're all set. The boot will be released. One day, help someone else. Remember how this felt. Daniel, relieved. I will. Mercy isn't money. It's a memory that teaches us to give, the student and the snow tow. Carrie's car got towed before a snow emergency. She tries to laugh to, rue it. I'm a student, and I'm poor, and I'm sorry. The judge teases out the truth, then notes the tow company didn't give her a cent off. He does. Judge Caprio. You paid enough for the tow. I'm dismissing the ticket. Lesson learned. Rules matter, but so does fairness. Red light, real life. Casey ran a right on red on the way to the hospital. Her little girl couldn't breathe. The judge listens first, jokes to ease fear, then fixes what matters. Judge Caprio. Nothing on your record, no fine. Spend that money on your kids. Sometimes the law needs to see the whole picture, not just the red light. The family of 5 and one tough little judge. Katie brings her 5 kids. The judge turns one into a tiny guest judge. The boy is fair and strict. $50. $35 court costs. 5 days in jail? Laughter fills the room. Judge Caprio, smiling. Let's try this. My mom was 1 mile over. Case dismissed. Bang. Justice can teach kids courage and teach grown-ups to smile. 9 red lights, 1 escape. Gladys has 9 violations. She's been fleeing a dangerous situation. Not every ticket can vanish, but help can find a way. The judge uses donations from kind strangers around the country, covering most of the fines, so she only owes a small remaining amount. Gladys, through tears. Can I give you a hug? Judge Caprio. Of course. Rules kept. Humanity preserved. When words won't come, a driver can't explain a confusing signal. The judge explains it for him, clearly and kindly, and dismisses the case. Judge Caprio, grinning. I knew you had a great argument. We just had to find it. Fairness isn't a gift. It's doing the hard work to understand. Giving back. Giovanni mentors teens. He owns his mistake, and the judge sees the man behind the ticket. A helper, a builder, a role model. Judge Caprio. You turned your life around, and you're paying it forward. I'm dismissing it. The courtroom isn't only a place to settle the past. It can lift the future. Why this matters. Judge Caprio showed us that justice and kindness can live in the same room. He listened, he laughed, he lifted, and he reminded us, the person in front of you is more than a case number. This is how a courtroom became a classroom for compassion. And this is how one judge changed the way the world thinks about what fairness feels like. Establish a quiet morning in court. A 96-year-old man stands, steady but fragile. Charge, school zone speeding. Reveal, he was taking his adult son with cancer for blood work. Judge balances law and life, dismisses the case with praise and warmth. Payoff, human dignity, not just leniency. Bow, gentle, simple. In a small courtroom, a very old man stands. His name is Victor. He is 96. He does not drive fast. He only drives when he must. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio, kind. Mr. Kella, you're charged with speeding in a school zone. Victor, soft. I'm 96, Your Honor. I drive slow. I was taking my son for blood work. He has cancer. Judge, moved. You are a good man. In your 90s, and still taking care of your family. That's what this country is about. Judge, smiling. Your case is dismissed. I wish the best for you and your son. Vo. The ticket disappears, but something bigger stays. Respect. Andrea. A year of storms. Establish multiple old tickets, plus a small new one stacking into a heavy burden. Reveal. Andrea lost her son, struggled with benefits, eviction court, broken meters. Judge balances city rules with compassion, reduces, then erases the fine so she isn't left with $5. Payoff. Mercy meets fairness. VO. Empathetic. Andrea's year felt like rain that never stopped. A son lost. a check cut off, an eviction notice, and then tickets. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio, you have older tickets we can't prosecute. The newer ones total about $50. Andrea, shaken. I'm on SSDI. I have $55 with me. If I pay, I'll have $5 left. I'm still paying for my son's funeral. Judge, quiet pause. I won't leave you with $5. I'm going to dismiss everything. Andrea, tears. Thank you, Your Honor. VU. Law counts dollars. Compassion counts people. The New Voices of America. The Syrian mom, the 8-year-old translator, beats, language barrier bridged by a brave child. Child first says $50, later reconsiders to nothing. Judge welcomes the family to America and lets the child bang the gavel. Payoff, belonging and joy. VO, welcoming. A mom from Syria stands in court. English is new. Her helper is 8 years old and fearless. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio, smiling. You'll help your mother translate, okay? Tell her she's charged with speeding in a school zone. Daughter, in Arabic, then English. She says she was fast because I was sick. Judge, you can choose. $50, half of that, or nothing. Daughter, first, $50. Judge, grinning. Would you reconsider? Daughter, thinks, then beams. Nothing. Judge, then bang the gavel and say, case dismissed. Daughter, gavel. Case dismissed. VO. A child's voice becomes a bridge, and a courtroom becomes a welcome. Guilty dad. New license, new rules. Beats. Dad new to U.S. driving norms. Wife honestly admits, a little over. Son gives brave verdict. Guilty. Judge uses humor and grace, credits good record, dismisses. Payoff, truth with a smile. VO, light. Another family, a small truth teller. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio. Did you study the handbook? In the city, unless posted, it's 25. Dad. I thought it was 30. My wife and kids were with me. Judge. Were you in the car? Wife. Yes, maybe a little fast. Judge. To son. Is your father guilty or not guilty? Son, tiny voice. Guilty. Judge. Laughs kindly. I'll credit your good driving record. Case dismissed. Be careful. Foe. Honesty can be funny and freeing. When you're down to 92 cents. Christian. The Philomena Fund. Beats. Christian is homeless. Car is his bed. Booted. Can't pay the fee. Judge believes him, recognizes the hardship, and uses the Philomena Fund to pay the boot. Payoff. Immediate relief plus dignity preserved. BO. Soft. Sometimes the car is more than a car. It's your closet, your mattress, your roof. On-screen dialogue. Christian. I sleep in the car. All my clothes are inside. I can't pay the boot. Judge Caprio. The fee is $100. We'll pay it from the Philomena Fund, named after my mother. Christian. Tears. Thank you. VO. A fund made of kindness does something the law alone cannot. It lifts. Daniel. 5 miles 92 cents. Beats. Daniel walks 5 miles to court. Has 92 cents. Judge reads donation letter. Hands him $25 for an Uber. Uses donations to cover fines and boot. Judge asks him to help someone else when he can. Payoff. Pay it forward ethic. VO. Inspiring. Daniel walked a long road to do the right thing with only 92 cents. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio. A stranger sent $25 to help someone in need. Take it. Get a ride. We'll also use donations to clear this up. Daniel, relieved. Thank you. Judge. One day help someone else. Remember how today feels. Vo. Today he receives help. Tomorrow he gives it. Carry the student. You paid enough. Beats. Tow during snow emergency. Towing company gave no discount. Judge teases, then dismisses ticket to offset tow cost. Payoff. Proportional fairness. B.O. Warm chuckle. Carrie tries to be brave. I'm a student. I'm poor. And I'm sorry, she jokes. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio, playful. The tow company didn't give you a penny. I will. You paid enough for the tow. Ticket dismissed. Carrie. Thank you so much. Honestly. V.O. Sometimes fairness is simple. Don't double punish people. A mother's turn. A family of 5, 9 lights, paying it forward. Casey the hospital, right on red. Beats. Mom rushing a sick child. 102 fever. Swelling. Scared. Judge uses humor to ease, then clears fine and record. Payoff. Compassion paired with common sense. V.O. P.R.
Detective. Casey didn't see a red light. She saw a child who couldn't breathe.
On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio. Nothing on your record. No fine. Spend that money on your kids. Casey. Crying. Thank you. Judge. Gentle humor. If it were my grandchild, I'd take that corner on 2 wheels. Vo. Emergencies happen. Mercy can too. Katie's family of 5. And one tough tiny judge. Beats mom appears with 5 kids. Playful chaos. Judge invites one child to judge. First says fines, even jail. Crowd laughs. Judge guides to 1 mile over. Case dismissed. Payoff. The courtroom as a classroom of kindness. V.O. Joyful. Sometimes justice is loud, wiggly, and wears a toy fire helmet. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio to child. Should we fine your mom or let her go? Child. Bold. Money. And 5 days in jail. Room. Laughter. Judge. Grinning. Try this. My mom was 1 mile over. Case dismissed. Child. Bangs gavel. Case dismissed. V.O. A little judge learns a big lesson. Fairness can be gentle. Gladys. 9 red lights, 1 escape. Beats multiple violations. Reveals she was escaping a dangerous situation. Not all tickets can go. Donations cover most. Small balance remains. Hug at the bench. Relief and safety. V.O. Steady. Respectful. Gladys ran 9 red lights. Not for thrills. For safety. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio. We're sensitive to safety. We'll use donations to cover most fines. You'll owe only a small amount. Gladys. Tears. Can I give you a hug? Judge. Of course. V.O. Rules were kept. Humanity remained. Giovanni. Pay it forward. Beats. Youth mentor. Admits mistake. Owns it. Judge recognizes service to teens. Dismisses. Payoff. Encouraging community builders. V.O. Hopeful. Giovanni once needed guidance. Now he gives it. On-screen dialogue. Judge Caprio. You turned your life around and help others. I'm dismissing it. Keep paying it forward. Giovanni. I've never met a judge like you. Thank you. Vo. The best sentence for a helpe. She is hope. A court that listens. Vo. Soft, memorable. These are real people, real tears, real laughs. This courtroom did not just measure laws. It measured hearts. On-screen tag, tasteful lower third. In loving memory, Judge Frank Caprio, 1936 to 2025.